I've just been itching to make this video because I just kind of had to play waiting game for everything to arrive, but now it's here and I get to yap about it. I do want to preface this by saying I was not sponsored. I used my own money for basically everything, but I just thought it was really neat and I'm very happy with my orders, so I'm making a little video to talk about it a little bit. If it wasn't already obvious, I have a lot of love for my OCs. They take up a lot of brain space, probably too much brain space if you're asking people I know. I already have a bunch of pins, a bunch of everything else that I can do with these characters, but I really wanted to make physical media of these characters, and I already did that with buttons, but I did want to try and find a manufacturer to make little acrylic keychains and pins and fun stuff. I tried to use Wooacry, and that's what I was originally trying to use, but the navigation scared me so bad, and I was really worried that I would mess up a step or something, and that's kind of why I let that sit to the side and brew for a little bit. And then I found out about Wooacry, and it's very similar to Wooacry in the sense that it's also a manufacturing website, but there's a couple things that I really liked about it, and since I already had an acrylic keychain design kind of sitting and waiting to be used, I sent that one over and another one of my friend's characters and basically waited and tried a bunch of different stuff on the app. So in terms of site navigation, I feel like it was a lot easier to find everything. It's ordered similarly in a way to Wooacry, I think. It's not very difficult to find the stuff that you're looking for. And they have a lot of really cool options also. The ones that I ordered were custom acrylic keychains with rainbow, and pin buttons. One of them is a cushioned pin button, and the other one, the 3D sparkly ones. So that's basically everything that I've ordered from Wooacry for now. I say for now because I'm probably going to go back at some point and get more acrylic keychains. But they have a lot of really cool stuff, acrylic stands, photo cards, just a very wide array of options. The one thing that I think I really, really liked about Wooacry and creating stuff in Wooacry is their layout customization. It's a lot simpler than just sending a bunch of files and then waiting for an email back to back and forth and figure out how to manufacture. They kind of let it be taken into your own hands. So you get to decide the spacing, the sizing, where the pin hole will be for your acrylic keychains if you're doing acrylic keychains. Also, the colors that you're using, the backgrounds, all that really cool stuff. And it was really easy for me to figure out what I wanted my acrylic keychains to look like, how I wanted them to be spaced, and I found that to be really nice, and that's kind of the way I've been able to be motivated to be making these keychains is because of how simple it is through Wooacry. There's also a really neat option after you've finished editing and creating a keychain to put that into saved products, which is basically cataloged and created keychains, so that way you can already just add that to cart whenever, if you need to buy more of them in surplus at another point in time, or just get more of them. It was really easy. Or if you just don't want to pay for it now and are saving it for another time to buy, you can just have them in your saved products. And I have a bunch floating around that I still need to order at some point. But that was a really nice thing, and I didn't have to stress about doing it all in one go. In terms of pricing, I'm not really doing this as a reselling thing or as a genuine manufacturer for if I was running a small business, so I can't exactly say how great the pricing is because I don't have a vouch for that. It was affordable for me because I wasn't buying an extended amount of them. I think at most I purchased 3 because there were some that I was getting for friends, cousins, whatever. So pricing wasn't at least an issue for me. It was nice to have like little bonus percentages off because of how much you're buying. So I think the more keychains you buy, the more percentage off you get on a purchase. So that was nice. And they also run a couple deals on their Discord. I think right now they're running a free keychain thing through the Discord for new users who sign up for Wooacry. So utilize that. I thought that was really cool. So I don't think I had to wait really long for my keychains to arrive. I ordered my first keychains, I want to say at the end of November. And at this point in time, both of them have arrived. They have a little like tracking thing, which was nice. And I was eyeballing that like basically the entire time that I was waiting for these to arrive. And in terms of like transit, these are going to be like international orders. So it took maybe like 8 to 10 days, or at least the one that I used was fast shipping, so it was 8 to 10 days to get here. And then there's a couple days for production as well that you kind of have to think about. But I think it arrived pretty fast the day after I made my or a couple days after I made my second purchase. The first purchase arrived, and then a week at most after that, my other keychains arrived. So now we're going to talk about my orders that I made and kind of show video footage of that. So, yay! The first order I made was like really, really small, as in it was like 3 keychains of an already existing design that I had sitting and waiting to be made into a keychain, and the other one as like a practice keychain as a gift for my cousin. They turned out really cute, and one of them was double-sided because I already decided I wanted to do that for one of my keychains. When they arrived, I realized that I put in the wrong sizing for these because I was anticipating them to be bigger, but I just completely forgot. So keep in mind sizing, I guess, is my point of advice for this, because I did not check sizes on either of my purchases, and though I think they're cute being like miniature and small, they could have been bigger. But that's more or less my fault rather than the fault of the manufacturer. But they're really cute, and I was really pumped for them. It was really difficult for me to get the little screens off of them and the backing off, but they're really shiny. In terms of like the color gradients, I think they show up a lot less when you're seeing them in person, and I really had to like squint to see it. But the rainbow one, it was very obvious. I could see that from like a mile away, and it's very shiny. I like it. It's cute. That was basically my first purchase, and after that I was like, I need to get more of these. So then I did that. And my second purchase was a little bit larger. Most of them I was buying 3 of, and then of course the 2 buttons. And from this one, I don't know why, but one of them was bigger than the other ones. I don't know what I did to do that. I think I used a different settings for that one in comparison to the other 2, so while the other 2 are like the same size approximately, one of them is just a little bit bigger, and I really do like that one, and I'm glad I bought 3, so now they'll be on multiple different bags. But the other 2 came out really cute too. The rainbow, again, for one of them, and it was very straightforward. Though, I think the highlight of my purchases for the second purchase was the buttons, because the buttons are just so cute. The 3D one came out really nice. I wasn't sure how good that one would turn out because I was a little bit lost when I was making that button layout. I'm gonna be real. But it turned out really nice, and the 3D aspect of it is a little bit hard to see at first, but like when you're tilting it to the side, it's a lot more obvious. And the sparkles are cute. I love sparkles, and it's really sparkly, and it sticks out like a sore thumb with the rest of the pins I've made, which is not necessarily a downside. That was a really good thing. Of course, the star for me, for my second purchase, was the plush button that I got of of course, my OC's face, because it's so fun to squish, I kid you not. There's an extra layer of foam, I'm pretty sure, underneath the fabric pin button, so you're kind of like squishing it and there's a layer of like small foam. It's not that noticeable, but it helps out a lot. And I've been absent-mindedly using it as a fidget for a while because it's really quiet, but it's also really nice for me to use while trying to focus on something. It's also just really funny. It's so fun. It's just their face. It's just their face and I'm squishing it. And it's great. And I think I need 10 million more of these. And though that was supposed to go on my little goob-themed bag, I don't think it's ever going to go on a bag because I'm just going to be squishing it forever. But all in all, I'm very happy with my purchases, and I've been itching to do this since forever, and I just couldn't really find a manufacturer that made it easy to understand and digest how to do it. If I am making another purchase after this, I'm definitely getting more buttons. I do want to try out the acrylic stands or the photo cards though, so maybe I will give an update on that. Who knows? But that was my yap session, guys. Wooacry was really fun. Just to navigate as a whole. I didn't really feel stressed while I was doing it because, again, it was really in my hands to do whatever. It was really nice to have like little previews of what it's going to look like front and back and everything. I'm hoping to make more purchases in the future. Yeah. Again, this was not sponsored. I sunk a pretty penny into this. Do I regret it? No, but it was definitely like not my greatest purchase. But it's okay, because now I have a bunch of keychains. And it's great. Alright, that's all.